Past the square, past the bridge, past the mills, past the stacks. On a gathering storm comes a handsome tall man in a dusty black coat with a red right hand. Ding! The red right hand. That's a Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds song. Yeah, huh? It's a creepy song. It's good for October. He's a ghost, he's a guru. They're whispering his name through this despairing land, but hidden in his coat is the red right hand. Bing! What a way to... Did you scare everyone off, Pika? I mean, I know you were happy about finding that reference. You know, I'm just the talent. I do what he tells me to do. He wrote it down in the show notes that, musical show open, Nick Cave and Bad yeah? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Pika, for your direction and your executive production qualities. Ladies and gentlemen, my executive producer, my lighting, microphone boom mic operator, and cameraman Drinka, and as always, the studio audience, the Canadian Bear. Pre-recorded, but live before a studio audience of My Stuffed Animals from Boston Studios. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of whatever it is you're shoving under your nose today there. Pally, tough guy, big man, turkey pockets. I came up with turkey pockets. I have no idea who or what they represent, but you know what? It's there for you if you need it. To you. The turkey pockets of this world and beyond. Cheers, and welcome to the Comics Coffee Table daily, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern. Did I say daily? I meant it. We talk about comic books, funny books, floppies, serialized publications available for purchase every Wednesday at our local comic book shop, our LCS. It's where I like to go every Wednesday because it's something good to do. It's new release day. You can make it any day you want. A lot of people go on Saturday as well. Some people can't go on Wednesday. I can, and I do. So maybe that's part of the reason why I don't do a pull list. Now, if you go on Saturday, maybe it's in your best interest to do a pull list so you don't miss anything you're looking forward to that week. For me personally, there's something about the thrill of the hunt and about knowing I could, get it at my other comic book shop, and my other comic book shop also usually has those tasty variant covers that I could be talked into spending $1 or $2 more. Not just for it's not for this speculator thing. It's just because they look wicked cool. And there's no other explanation to it. I can be suckered into a variant cover quite easily. Yes, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. We talk about comic books. Bring a snack. I got a Snickers bar. It really satisfies. Chock full of peanuts. Chock full of nuts. Sounds like my cabeza. Hey, Waka Waka, El Pelon Gringo. It's a Loco Mucho Feliz. This is a wool cap. It's a little warm for that. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming by. We like talking about comic books. I hope you survived your weekend. I hope your Mondays get a case of... I hope you don't get a case of the Mondays, that the Mondays get a case of you. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Coming back to work after 2 days off and start all over again. Maybe that's the allegory of Sisyphus and the rock. It's the work week. There is no answer. There's only pushing the rock up the hill. I'm not saying that as a negative or anything. I'm just saying, look at the archetypical storing values of this ancient tale. Thank you so very much. I go to my LCS, my local comic book shop, once a week. I try. And also part of the show is we're reboarding, reboxing, and rebagging my entire collection. So I need supplies. So I am getting short boxes. I was switching from long boxes to short boxes. The older I get, the heavier they get. And I figured, hey, let's do something about it now. So I need boxes. I need acid-free boards, and I need snugs. I need bags. So I need supplies. Chances are you do too. So while you're at the LCS getting your ubiquitous brown paper flat bag full of new funny books, get some supplies while you're there too. You probably need them. And it's best to buy your supplies at your local comic book shop. I could be making the conscious choice to go to my big box store or my online supply chain where I get it free delivery and, the built-in movie network, and saving a chunk of money because I am buying, a good amount of supplies that those savings would add up. They really would. But I'm agreeing to pay the retail markup at the LCS because they're a mom and pop shop, a brick and mortar place. They're a local business and they need our patronage. And so it's part of the mission of this show is to say to you, yes, you, get thine ass out of thy seat and back to the LCS, your local comic book shop. And if you do not have one within a reasonable driving distance, may I suggest one? We have our very own friend of the show, Yule Carter, of owner and operator, proprietor of Fantastic Comics in Berkeley, California. You can find his information in the description. Hit him up. You could have a local comic book shop a mailbox away from you. So reach out to Yule and let's see what he can do for you. Cool. And we are taking the time. Some of this, you find issues and you're like, wow, well, I wonder what's this worth. And you look it up and you're like, wow, this didn't. I thought this was supposed to be worth something. Right, huh? Is that the point? Or for me personally, I read comics because I like the serialized, never-ending story. I'm a Batman fan. I'm a Robin fan. I'm a Nightwing fan for the most part. I'm a Teen Titans fan for the most part. I'm a Spider-Man fan. I'm an X-Men fan, definitely. I like different kinds of fictions. I'm a Batman. Yeah. The older I get, the less of a Batman fan I am, and the more of a Superman fan I am, I guess. But I like that transition and mellowing out in a way. I still like Batman. There are still plenty of Batman stories to be told. I mean, the older and mellower I get, the less approving of his methods I get as well. That's interesting. Yeah, huh? What am I doing? I'm sandbagging some bags and boards. I figured, you know what? We're gonna use them. Let's let's just spend a minute and prepare. It's like we use this principle at work. I'm a chef, and you should have proper respect for the 6 Ps. For proper preparation. It's an old thing that's the 6 Ps. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. There we go. The 6 Ps. Or the 7 Ps. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. So 7 Ps are actually a bit proper planning. You could plan all you want. You just might have a bad plan, and it might show in the result. Just saying. So proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. The 7 Ps is a better goal than just hanging out with 6 Ps. Don't be a 6 P'er when a 7 P'er is where it's at. The red right hand ding. It's got this organ music. It's like Nick Cave in The Bad Seed, man. Dude. But let's see. It's written by Denise Mina, art by Leonardo Manco. This is issue 224 from November of 2006. I basically have read every issue of Hellraiser between 1 and 200 and maybe 220. Like this is, this is where I kind of phase off of Hellblazer in a way. And look, video game ads. So let's look in the indicia. Ooh, PlayStation 2. Justice League Heroes. Anyone remember that game? Anyone play it? I don't remember. For PS, Xbox. Denise Mina. Leonardo Manco is the artist. Edited, Jonathan Vankin was the editor. Where's the indicia? It's got that kind of, there was a house style kind of look for Constantine, like these kind of perspectives, that's kind of art in a way. This looks like Marcelo Frusin and the Richard Corbin, and the that preceded this in the Azzarello run. That's what I see. It's like this John Constantine house style. That looks, hey, look. This is a Vertigo magazine. Suggested for mature readers, of course. This had a $2.99 cover price in 2006. This is a 17-year-old comic book. We have more video game ads. We have our indicia. Let's look. Karen Berger, Senior VP, Executive Editor. Paul Levitz, President and Publisher. And over here is Hellblazer 224, November 2006. Here's your Vertigo page of American Splendor, The Quitter, Otherworld, The Pride of Baghdad, and Brian K. Vaughan, Spotlight. He still writes. He's still writing Saga to this day. Brian K. Vaughan, The Pride of Baghdad. Original hardcover graphic novel inspired by the true events of the Iraq War. Jared Fletcher did the letters. Look, more video game ads. Paris 2054. Renaissance. No, it's rated R. Oh, no, this is not a video game ad. That's a movie. Best Picture. Annecy International Film Festival. I don't even remember this movie. Daniel Craig. And Jonathan Pryce. I don't remember this at all. These were the heavy hitters of Vertigo. This is Vertigo in the early 21st century, in the mid-aughts. 100 Bullets. Fables. You've heard a lot about Fables this past week. We got Neil Gaiman. He was doing more Sandman stuff. There was Preacher with Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon. Oh, man. There was Y the Last Man. They still had Hellblazer going on. Was there a Swamp Thing going on too? Save the cheerleader, save the world. What? Did anyone watch this? I did not. I avoided this, and then I avoided Lost as well. But I went back and watched Lost on Netflix in binge. I watched it 4 times. I don't have the same problems you might have with Lost, especially if you watched it during that writer's strike and the hiatus that really changed the whole flow and tone and direction of the show. This is cool. The Newark Museum. The Masters of American Comics. I would totally love to see an exhibit like this. I would. That would be great. That's my cup of tea, yo. John Constantine smoking cigarettes. It's good to see him still smoking cigarettes in current continuity now. It's not too, because you don't want to be like John. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's not a good guy. Should this get a new, fuck it. I love I've read Hellblazer twice over. At least the first 200 issues, and the specials, and Bad Blood, that one set in the future, that kind of like oddly predicts modern London. I mean, when was John Constantine Bad Blood? That was in such an interest. Hellblazer special. It was in 2000. It was, yeah, I thought it was Philip Bond. Yeah, it was written by Jamie Delano and illustrated by Philip Bond. And it's in the year 2025, where an elderly John Constantine has forsaken the world of magic. The monarch of England, the monarchy of the UK is sputtering out, and John's friend Dolly is being held captive on a reality TV show. This was written in the year 2000, the last year of the 20th century. The 20th century didn't begin until January 1st, 2001. You can look that up yourself. That's the truth. Alex Trebek of Jeopardy used to include that in every episode that he could, to remind the cultural literacy of the Western world that no, the millennium doesn't change on the year 2000. It's 2001. I think it was a 50-50 chance of that sticking. Either you knew it, or maybe you just didn't give a fuck. It was 4 issues. Yeah, and it was a limited series, and yeah, and it ends with a good punchline about John being the father of the bastard who will grow up to be the future king of England. Which is cute, but it's set basically in 2 years from now. Written. It's really good. I love Hellblazer. Got a couple more issues. They preceded it too. Mike Carey and Leonardo Manco. These are issues 207, 208, and 209. John Constantine Hellblazer. This is from 2005. I will triple you up. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Wonderful weekend? What are you talking about? It's Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Hope it was restful. And I hope, if you have a weekend, sometimes we just don't. I know what we do have here. We have dings. We got Spine Roll, of course, but it's in pretty good condition. These would make fine dollar comics. These are Tim Bradstreet covers. Tim Bradstreet did a wonderful, wonderful covers. These are from August 2005, July, June, July, August of 2005. 18 years ago. These are 18-year-old comic books. Indeed. Let's look at them. We've got the animation domination on Fox when they owned Sunday nights. We got a video game ad. And like I was telling about that Constantine kind of camera style, like how we present the images in the story. And this is part 1 of 6, so I missed I didn't get the next 3 issues of this. I only got the first half of this. Video game ad. Have you played any of these video games? Is John Constantine and the Talking Rat. Video game ad. Double page spread. Blade on DVD. Complete the trilogy. The Matrix Online. A video game ad. We've seen this before. The Matrix Online insert advertisement. But look at that advertisement. What is this advertising? And to whom? Vertigo readers. Notice there's no comics code authority. Doesn't need one because it's made for mature audiences. Constantine, the movie, the video game. This is the Keanu Reeves Constantine as well. They Americanized him. And guess what? It wasn't a bad movie at all. I kind of like it. Tilda Swinton, the lead singer of Bush, who used to be married to Gwen Stefani, Gavin Rossdale. Bush actually rocks. Yeah, we got more video game ads. Another double page spread. Empire Earth 2. Devil May Cry 3. None of the video game ads. Who is this? Who are video games marketed to? And we have here the Books of Magic, Human Target, Lucifer, Hellblazer, Losers. We saw one like this recently. 100 Bullets, Why the Last Man, Swamp Thing, Memnivore. I don't remember that one. But where are... Oh, here you are. You prepped a bunch of these. Now use them. $3 for $1. Throw in a bag and a board at no extra charge. A bag and a board be an extra, what, 14 cents or something? I think we did the math once. Sounds about right. No. Oh, no, you need to put the other one in there too. Guess you're not going to waste. It's not really. Is it a waste? Well, is it worth its own bag and board? No. And here we are. This was a $2.75 comic book in 2005. $2.75. June 2005 would be $4.34 today. Pretty close to the $4.90, the $3.99 to $4.90, pretty close to the $3.99 to $4.99 average cover price today. Indeed. I took a peek at this one. This is infamous. When was this? Does it even say? It's $2.99 cover price. Just says issue 1. Has got no date. To the Indicia colophone. This is not worth anything. I mean, we got spine roll, we got dings, we got bend. I mean, look at that spine roll. Look at those cracks. And there's no final issue to this either. This remains an incomplete masterpiece. September of 2005. Yeah. This is the Batman of the Dark Knight universe. We have a video game ad. And look, an e-bike before e-bikes? Hey. Batman action figures. Remember, this was a prestige event. How much was this cover price? This was $2.99. Yeah, in 2005. That Jim Lee cover. Of course, I chose the Robin cover. The other one had Batman on this side. And then the cover for the trade paperback has got the dynamic duo. But that's a great Robin. That's what Robin should look like. You know, that style of R, and with or without short pants at this, you know, you want to give him green pants, you know, fine. You know, at least, you know, that's what Teen Titans, World's Finest Teen Titans does that, but they gave him like the stylized Tim Drake kind of R, and just, no, he deserves that kind of blocky classic R. What's released? Green Arrow 52. Spinning out of the events of Identity Crisis. And then there's Crisis of Conscience, too, over at JLA. Dun dun dun. Your Mole at 1700. That was the... and who was the editor then? Was this Paul Levitz? Let's see. Yeah, kind of. Dan DiDio. Paul Levitz. Indeed. Jim Lee, editorial director, Wildstorm. He moved up because I think he's got some kind of big stake in the company with it. Wow. Vicky Fail. This is objectifying. This is superhero kind of comic books. It's odd kind of, Jim Lee can draw beautiful women. It's not just Jim Lee. It's Scott Williams as well. Jim Lee is just this now problematic style of objectifying the female form. I don't buy that. The ubiquitous Milk ad. This time with Christian Bale's Batman. The Mountain Dew tour. Skateboarding, BMX, extreme sports, action sports. Steam Boy from the director of Akira. Get your free ringtone now. Wow, a lot of ads in this book. Look, the Wildcats animated. Oh, wow. I forgot about that. They're still using Zealot and Grifter in DC Comics. I'm not sure about everyone else here. I have to ask my friend the Doc. Wonder Woman Sacrifice. That's where she Countdown to Infinite Crisis. That's when she kills Maxwell Lord. Why is she fighting Superman? Well, because Maxwell Lord has in issue 219 has a psychic control over Superman, and Lois and Clark, Terry Hatcher, Dean Cain, Wonder Woman 77, The Death of the Graysons, and this one it wasn't no one cut the cord on their trapeze. They were hit by sniper fire. But remember, this is the Dark Knight Returns universe. I believe that's Earth 31. Let's check that out. How good is my multiverse? My DC. Yeah, Earth 31 is one of 51 divergent realities in the old. It might be still part of our local multiverse, but I'm not sure. Earth 31 is one of 51 divergent realities that branched from the core New Earth reality during the recreation of the multiverse shortly following the events of Infinite Crisis. Earth 31 is also known as the Dark Knight Returns universe, or the Millerverse, not to be confused with Miller World. First appearance was in Batman The Dark Knight Returns #1, June of 1986, and is ongoing still. With The Golden Child was the last installment. It was written by Frank Miller, art by Raphael Grandpa. And when I asked him last year at Fan Expo Boston, I got him to sign my Daredevil 175, along with Klaus Johnson's sign on there too. I asked him, hey, is there any more Dark Knight Returns coming? And he gave that kind of, winkish shrug kind of thing, like, we'll see. And I think that was a great answer, and I'm looking forward to that. And I'm here for that. Big pens? Well, you're going back to school soon, right? Instant messaging. That's what we used to call texting. SMS tech, instant messaging. Look, Game Boy Advance, more video games. Artemis Fowl. Wasn't this around the time of it was kind of on the coattails of Harry Potter or something? I wonder. Whatever freevibe.com was. Oh, it's not. It's anti-pot. It's anti. Yeah, but now with legalization and decriminalization, I wonder if you would see ads for edibles or something. It's not. It's one ad. This looks like a split ad, but it's not. We've come across this style of ad before, and we fell for it. We thought it was like a weirdly formatted page. This is gonna go and get filed with the rest of the Dark Knight books. Dark Knight DK2, Dark Knight 3, The Master Race, which is really underrated. We've talked about Dark Knight ad nauseum. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, I have the trade paperback for this, but there's no issue number 9. And there won't be. There won't be. Let's see. Something we'll get to tomorrow. To go with the other ones, we'll find them. But Grant Morrison, 7 Soldiers of Victory. I got issues 1 and 2 of Zatanna of 4. I got issues 1 and 2 of Clarion, the Witch Boy, out of 4. I've got issues 1, 2, and 3 of the Manhattan Guardian out of 4. And this was one of the ones I dropped. I kind of just got bored with it. But, I mean, look at this art. The art by Ryan Sook is just amazing because he draws cheesecakey, beautiful women. And, oh, wow, look at this splash page. It's magic. And here's your opening. She's at a Zatanna, and I'm a spellaholic. She's at it's like Fight Club. And it shows, her origin story with her father, Giovanni Zatara, the big golden age stage magician who was actually a real magician that solved crimes. Look, a video game ad. And then because of John Constantine and an issue of Swamp Thing around the original Crisis on Infinite Earths, gathered together a seance of all these heavy-hitting magicians that Zatara literally burnt up before Zatanna's eyes while they're all holding hands. It's like he magically overheated. And he died. And it was John Constantine's fault. Zatanna's former lover, John Constantine. Or as they say in England, Constantine. I prefer to pronounce his name Constantine because it's very British. What kind of message from I got distracted. Hey, well, thank you so very much for tuning in today. Thank you. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And yeah, I left my laundry in the dryer downstairs. Someone's like, "Hey, can you move your laundry?" Yes, of course I can. I'll get that right away. And so, in order to do so, it's a good place to wrap up the show. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. Grabbing a cuppa, whatever it is you're shoving under your nose today, there, pal. And we will return tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern. Daily, we talk about funny books, and it's a great way to spend a few minutes and in our busy days, take our minds off our minds and remember why we like this stuff so much, and we embrace escapism. It's great. I mean, this is the geeky chill stream you've been looking for. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And it's a great place to hang out. We talk about food. We talk about spirituality. We talk about planets you can see with your naked eye in the morning. And yeah, subscribe. Subscribe today. And smash that like button and turn on those notifications. Thank you so very much. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you again in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.